It is still day 3 on to round 6 with the Kansas City Chiefs drafting Cornell Powell, Clemson receiver.
Love it.
Yeah, boy. I just saw your boy Andy Reid the other day in public, and I wanted to let him know what I felt about that Terrace Marshall Jr. pick 58 that he passed on. I'm getting the tattoo. So pick 58 with the tattoo scratched out, and then 59 and Chiefs scratched out, and then Panthers in there. But yeah, I think Cornell Powell is exactly what this team needs.
Yes, sir.
So we got a 6 foot 204. He is not a running back, but he does have 10-inch hands. He can grab the ball. He was a solid player. Played in the outside at Clemson, opposite old Justin Ross. So we need a guy like this so we can mix it up and keep Tyreek in the slot doing Tyreek things. It's going to be great. He's going to get soft coverage in Kansas City. I mean, people know Kelsey. They know Tyreek. I'm pretty sure this guy's going to come tapping on the door. He's going to say, sorry, Demarcus Robinson. I got shit to prove here.
Well, and Demarcus Robinson's gone after this year anyway.
Yep.
So, like, even if he has to wait a year, I think it's still a great pick. 882 yards on 53 catches and 7 touchdowns last year. And I agree with you 100%. He fits into this offense so perfectly. He does something different to Mecole and Tyreek Hill does Cornell Powell. Sneaky value here on a great offensive team.
For sure.
Again, another guy that shot from not on my top 36. He shot all the way up to the second round for me.
Yeah, I like how he keeps ticking up, like the production wasn't there the first 3 years, and then we come senior year, and we're doing 70 yards per game. Coming to the Senior Bowl, it's impressive there.
Yep.
And so now he comes to, my backyard, the backyard, the home team here, Chiefs. So
yeah, I guess
best
that would
quarterback
be
in the
my
league.
one knock on Powell is he's only had 1 year of like truly elite production.
Yep.
And it's not even elite. It's more like truly great production. But he's going to a team where that doesn't matter.
Yeah, like a 70 yards per game. If he can maintain that, he's a fantasy asset.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to point out a couple episodes back, that was my sleeper of the draft.
Oh.
Good. Well,
because I knew he was going to the Kansas City Chiefs,
Yeah, good
obviously.
job. Good job, dude. You nailed it.
Cornell.
I happen
So do you want to... Should I leave? You should take this
Can I
spot?
take the guru spot real quick?
Yeah, I'll go do that.
I'll take it right after my boy Darther talks about Frank Darby going to the Atlanta Falcons.
God damn it.
His favorite team.
I like what I see out of the red zone with him. I know that Julio has always been like, hit me up in the red zone, but with this guy on your team, 6 foot, 194, he's a red zone monster. He was above 20 yards per catch over 3 years, and we're talking about 13 touchdowns on 67 catches. That's nearly a third of his catches were touchdowns. Nope, nearly a sixth of his catches, more than a sixth of his catches were touchdowns. Sorry, guys.
Math is hard.
Yeah. Skipping 2020, where it was only 2 games with 6 catches. I mean, he's a monster. I really like him. I like his physical play style, and I think that he could go off if they trade Julio. He could just start, but I don't know what the hell's going on in Atlanta, man.
So I don't like him nearly as much, but I do see like kind of the things you're talking about. But my intrigue on him is based on the trading of Julio, obviously. They got to pay Calvin Ridley. They just picked up his 5th-year option. You don't pick up a 5th-year option on a guy you're not going to pay eventually. Doesn't make any sense. And Russell Gage and Zacchaeus...
Agumbawale?
Yeah. Whatever the fuck his name is. They're both at the end of their contracts at this year. They're not going to be able to pay Calvin and pick up both those guys. So that third door slot is going to be open, or the second if they don't pay either of those guys and they trade Julio. So That's what I'm super interested in. He's going to find a role in the Atlanta offense, which
Pitts.
should be putting up numbers because of Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Like, Kyle Pitts is going to put up numbers, and if they trade Julio, they can't only throw it to Kyle Pitts. They're going to have to spread the ball around. And if Darby ends up in that second role, let's fucking ride.
Yeah, no, I like him. I think that this is a guy that I probably won't end up rostering, but I'm really excited to watch him play football.
Watch list.
Yeah. At Goomba Wale, that's completely way wrong, so scratch that.
What was it? Zacchaeus.
Yeah, his first name is...
Come on.
I can't read.
What is it?
Alamid?
I am so sorry
Olamide.
to the Zacchaeus family that none of us know how to pronounce your name. We're not trying to discredit.
We actually are only doing this to get better at sounding out words. It's a struggle. We're getting there.
All we know is one thing. He plays for a team in Atlanta, and if there's one thing I know about Atlanta, it's
Ludas! oh.
you did it with yourself too at the same time. That was amazing.
That was the harmony,
Harmonizing,
man.
It is a great harmony. So let's go over to Christians.
Man, this is a hot streak.
Let's go.
A lot of people are down on this pick.
Well, he was the second running back that the San
I'm
Francisco
fine with
49ers
it
took.
because Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. are both at the end of their contract this year. Do you think they're going to pay running backs after they just took 2 in this draft? No,
Well, they
they're
took
not.
3. Didn't they take Trey Lance?
Shut up. No, of course they're not. So it's going to be Trey Sermon and Elijah Mitchell next year. And I think they complement each other super well. Elijah Mitchell is going to be the Devonta Freeman to the Tevin Coleman in the Shanahan offense, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I'm super hyped about that. No, he's going to give you 0 production this year. This is not a this year pick. If you want him to produce you numbers this year, no. But next year, damn, let's go. Because everybody knows Tevin Coleman and Devonta Freeman were producing at the same time and putting up numbers. They were both top 15 backs when they were in that offense together.
It was 1 year, right?
Well, but still, I think he still wants that. Obviously, any Shanahan offense, your LaFleur's, your McVay's, they don't want 1 running back. They want 2 that'll produce. I think both these guys can produce. And I think Elijah Mitchell, his speed, his metrics, he's got it pulled up here if he wants to throw it up. All his metrics show him being able to produce in this type of offense. I still think he's more than worth a 3rd-round pick. I still got him as a 2nd-round value,
He
actually.
also compares really well to one of your favorite players of all time.
Oh, gross.
Oh, Jerick McKinnon? Well,
Anyway.
that sucks. But Kyle Shanahan did pay Jerick McKinnon a lot of money before he got hurt a bunch. So he wanted to use him. So he likes that style of player. I don't know. He's worth a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah. You know what's funny about Elijah Mitchell versus Trey Sermon, which is going to be a conversation that people are having for the next 3
You guys
to
are
4
going to have
years.
this conversation for
But
a
I think
lifetime.
he profiles as more the goal line back in that offense coming
Mitchell
into
does?
next year. Yeah, Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell?
Yeah. So that kind of gives him a bump to me. I mean, Trey Sermon is awesome, but to me, he's more of a between the 20s running back where he finds an open space.
Yeah.
But if you start stacking up the goal line defense against him, you're going to get into some trouble. He's more of a break a tackle, run through a guy. Mm-hmm. He's not going to create on his own through narrow gaps, and we saw a ton of that out of Elijah Mitchell. So
Yeah.
just giving
Let's
him that bump.
Go Ragin' Cajuns.
Yeah.
I think, the starting episode next year, once those guys are gone, should just be you in a
Get my Trey
Sermon
Sermon
jersey and
jersey.
you in an Elijah Mitchell
Both.
jersey.
Doing just San Francisco jerseys.
You guys
We
do
can go get some San Fran jerseys. Let me see how this draft
They are
pans
nice.
I
out.
imagine you guys doing the Oklahoma drill, laying on your back, all right, this is going to determine who's going to
I
start
don't-
this year.
I don't know that would be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be fine.
You guys will you'll be all right.
I'll be just
We can
fine.
make it a decathlon, you know. We play quarters and read words out loud. You'll beat me in those. So.
So on to the next guy, another running back. A guy going to the LA Chargers, intruding on my Joshua Kelly.
We call them the Los Angeles Chargers, man. LA's for the Rams. So the Los Angeles Chargers picking up my boy Larry Rountree out of Mizzou. Sorry.
No, you're good. I
just think
figuring
LA
out what that
Chargers
meant.
just sounds weird to me. I call them the Los Angeles Chargers. So that's San Diego Chargers. Should have been. They fucked that.
Poor San Diego.
Wow, the old
man.
wooden ship Chicago's.
Anyway,
Chargers, what the fuck? Jesus.
I'll keep it short on Larry. If you want to hear me talk about Larry, go back to our running back episode, especially Elijah, if you want to hear about that. That's on the running back episode. And so we love these guys coming in, rounding out the top 200 players drafted. I think that he had 126 carries as a freshman, and he kept a consistent lead back role for 4 years in the SEC. And I think that he supplements Eckler's specialty skill set. And I think he's going to get some playing time. It's going to take him a little bit to beat out that depth chart because it is pretty deep there with your Josh Kellys and your who knows if Balaj type
Jackson.
guys. Yeah, Jackson. I know Balaj is in Pittsburgh now, but you know they're not afraid to see what sticks. It's a new coaching staff up in there, so you don't know what's going to happen. The opportunity is ripe, and Larry is a freaking grinder, man. He's going to get on the field. It might take a little time, but I think he's going to be productive. I'm still super excited about him, but we can.
I could definitely see Larry Rountree beating out Joshua Kelly, and
horse shit. Whoa, hey, some of this stuff is unsolicited, man. But no, man, I think you're wrong.
Well,
I don't think he's
I'll
going to be
happily be
sexy,
wrong.
but I think he's going to be a name you hear more than you think you're going to hear.
but as
So
a
I'm going to hear him
fantasy
more than
guy.
once.
I'm telling you, man.
Okay. Well, I hope you're right because good for him. But
I mean,
I've never bought into it.
I know Eckler's awesome. I really, really like Austin Eckler, but I don't think that he should be used as a
No, but I don't
workhorse.
think Larry Rountree's going to beat out Justin Jackson. I think he can beat out Joshua Kelly for sure.
No, I mean, no, I don't think that we see Larry take over until later in the season. But I think he ends the season as the number 2 back. I'd say weeks 10 on, he out touches your boy. How about that?
Justin
bet?
Jackson?
I'll take that bet.
All right.
But Justin Jackson isn't my boy.
I know. No.
But I will take that bet. I think
it's-
Justin
All right.
Jackson out touches Larry Rountree weeks 10 to, what is it, 18 now?
Jesus.
Oh, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Aren't you guys excited for a team to be 11-6?
I can't wait till my wife finds out the NFL season is 1 week long. How?
Somebody's in trouble.
What?
So let's go on to another running back drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals. The one, the only Captain America, Chris Evans from Michigan.
Oh,
This is one of your guys.
I like him a lot. Yeah, the burst score is unreal.
It is a fucking
Let's
sick
check out
burst
this
score.
haircut, too.
Also, that picture,
Oh my
just
God.
the nicest man on earth.
Yeah, man. It's kind of weird that I love these Michigan guys, and I just in my head they're just being misused in Michigan. They're not given the opportunity, and so this is another one of those guys. I know Nico Collins falls into that for me, but if you look at his quick feet, he keeps his eyes downfield. He moves where he needs to be. He runs through contact. It's just hard for me to not expect something more than I think he's going to outplay his draft capital. Just never know what's going to happen in Cincinnati.
Well, I think he's absolutely going to outplay his draft capital because there's who's he behind? Joe Mixon, like he's going to be the number, like he's going to be the number 2 guy there. Like I
Puka
don't.
Williams. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we can get into Puka Williams later. But I think he instantly becomes the number 2 guy, Chris Evans. Being Chris Evans, I think he becomes the number 2 running back for the Bengals. He wasn't another guy that was not in my top 36. He was in both of these guys. And now he jumps to the front of the 3rd round with this landing spot. I think absolutely he's going to have a role to play with Cincinnati. That is Chris Evans.
Yes, sorry. I never say the name. I say he because they're all He-Man to me. Breaking down Skeletor. I'll see you there. No, man, he's got a good size, 5'11".
Yeah.
211, 5'11",
Yeah.
211.
He's in that perfect range.
Gosh, the BMI, it's like the 35th percentile. Cut these guys down, man. Say they're 5'10". The BMI moves so fast. You'd be like half an inch off, and it's 20% tile. But no, like you said, I'm not going to be surprised. I think other people would be surprised. But we'll just move right past it.
Go back to another LSU receiver drafted, old Racey McMath. Drafted to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, boy. What do you think, dude? I got a few things, but
Okay.
really.
I don't. Same thing I said earlier about Tennessee. There's a path to playing, but I mean, almost zero production for LSU. I don't really care that much about this guy. I'm not super intrigued.
It cracks me up that he's like, it's like they tried to clone Terrace Marshall Jr.
Yeah.
And like a fly came in, I don't know if you've seen the fly.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. Now, so the measurables are all right there.
Yeah, the measurables are fine. 6'2", 211. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. And the same speed, really, but yeah. He's like
There's
4
no
touchdowns
protection.
over 4 years.
Yeah. Scroll that down.
There you go.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns. Max of 17 catches.
Yep.
285 yards. I just don't care about that guy, especially as a 6th round pick.
To me, though, honestly, he shows up to camp. Amon-Ra St. Brown shows up to camp.
Oh,
There's a world where this dude is a starting wide receiver for the Titans.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, if he eats his Wheaties, if he grinds, like you got drafted in the NFL after doing pretty much nothing on an amazing offense.
Yeah.
So
People like it. I think Tennessee was scrapping for shit.
yeah, they should have
needed receivers. They should have taken more early.
I just see all these guys that have name recognition, production, and just showed out on the field. So it's kind of weird the way it's running down here. We're almost done though.
That's fair. So let's. You want to move on?
Yeah, Demetric Felton.
Demetric Felton. The only thing I think I was the one that was like, we need to talk about this. The only thing I think is interesting about this is I think he could play slot for the Browns.
Cleveland Browns. Yeah.
And that's it. I don't, and it doesn't make me want to take him in a fantasy draft. Maybe in a 5-round fantasy draft, which I'm just now learning about. 5-round rookie fantasy draft. Super flex. Maybe take Demetric Felton just to see what they do with him, but I'm not that intrigued. So
yeah, I think you probably have a versatile role for the Browns, but not for fantasy.
yeah,
Yep.
Agree
With you.
Moving along to Khalil Herbert, Virginia Tech running back, going to the Chicago Bears. The Bears.
I was more intrigued about this one until I looked at the contract situation for David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen. They're both under contract until 2023 and 2024 respectively. But I do think Khalil Herbert has a role in that offense to play, and I think he's another watch list guy because he can catch, he can run, and that seems to be what Chicago might be moving to, is a running back that can do both. And maybe he could be David Montgomery's backup at one point. Khalil Herbert could, anyway.
Feels like he has to be day one, man. I mean, the way he just went way off after he got out of Kansas, we're talking about 100 yards per game, 9 touchdowns in 11 games. He doesn't have the receiving work, but damn, man. The thing is, he's not going to take any touches away from Tariq Cohen, and he's not going to be David Montgomery. But there's been some weird trust issues in that offense. So just having a guy that I think he's solid, man. I think that he's going to get some early down work, but I don't know. It's hard for me to picture him doing worse than Chris Evans or Larry Rountree or Elijah Mitchell this upcoming year. But long term,
this year,
yeah.
This year, I agree with you. Overall, I think all three of those dudes end up better than him.
Yeah. So. But I think out of the gate, he's got a better chance to. He's going to be a waiver wire pickup in the first 6 weeks, I imagine, because I do think he'll see the field a little bit. Yeah. Especially, that's kind of a weird situation in Chicago. Obviously, Justin Fields is up in there, but the pass catchers haven't really been upgraded that much. So I think they're going to have to run the ball quite a bit. Keep it moving.
Seth Williams gets drafted by the Denver Broncos.
You take this one. This is one of your boys.
Darther Cam.
Uh-oh. Well, I keep doing this. I'm going to get long-winded as fuck. So let me keep it short. Seth Williams, I think he's awesome. They also added 3 undrafted free agents in Denver. So it's kind of a stale environment. But I think he could probably push Hamler a little bit. He's 6'3", 211, runs a 4.54, and I like him a lot. He doesn't get a lot of separation, but he does come down with the contested catches. And I think if there's an injury, he could really show out, but I don't think he's going to get the opportunity.
I don't care about Seth Williams anymore.
Yeah, it really sucks. Like Tennessee should have just grabbed him. I would have been really happy.
I agree.
So, how do you feel about Dazz Newsome, North Carolina receiver drafted by the Carolina Panthers?
No, Bears.
Or Bears. Wait, I fucked this up.
Yeah, I think you fucked it up.
Yeah,
he got drafted by the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The best I can say about Dazz Newsome being drafted by the Bears is that Allen Robinson and Anthony Miller are both free agents at the end of this year. And
they're not bringing back Anthony Miller.
Yeah. And that's it. That's the best I can say about him. And I still do not care that much.
You don't think it's cool that he's going to play the next 4 years with Justin Fields?
Sure.
And potentially be the second senior wide receiver after Darnell.
You just Googled
Mooney.
Khalil Herbert, not Dazz Newsome.
Well, I wanted to make sure they both got drafted by the Bears. I'm going to get that fucked up.
But yeah,
I think it's fine that
I just think
did. I don't know. I was never impressed.
No,
with
especially
Dazz.